Alrighty, welcome to NYCOS. This is Whispers in the Mist. Today's episode, Fail Safe. I have my players introduce themselves here in a moment, and once we do that, I'm going to ask them to give their character name, class, race, and what do you hope to find in terms of mineral rights on your property now that you are landholders? And that even applies to the rest of you because I'm sure that you'll be able to get land grants from the rest for the fun of playing. Let's go Travis, Gene, Steven, uh, then Bellatrix and Chad in that order. And just give character name, class, race for you guys.
Ooh, fishy. Very cool.
Okay, go ahead, Travis.
I'm Alabaster Knot, and I'm a cleric of the White Veil. And what was I talking about? I land people. I was thinking, a nice bit of concrete, just big, wide, open stretch of nothing, far as the eye can see. Ah, no, well, I was thinking maybe making a town and
No. I was asking about your mineral rights. What do you hope to find on the
oh,
property?
minerals. I suppose there's lots of them little goldy thingies. The rabbit those them those ones. They're here,
They're
I'm
here.
sure. Maybe one of them big fire gems. That'd be kind of cool to have.
Tiara, Gene.
I am Tiara Sunfire, an Azamar Divine Soul Sorcerer, Cleric, a little bit of Cleric. And as for minerals, well, there's gold in the hills above us and around us, and there's gems, so maybe that, but it really concerns me that the ground is fertile and can produce, so people can have farms and grow things and support themselves.
Okay.
And we'll have to put a river through there,
Let's
otherwise
calm down. That's not what I said. I don't talk about doing any terraforming yet.
We
Let's
haven't
wait.
unlocked that technology yet.
Yeah. Fishy cat.
I would.
There you
I
go.
am Fishy
Class
Cat.
race. Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
I am a cleric, and minerals. I say gold, but we'll be open a casino soon, so we're gonna have gold. So maybe gems.
Opening a casino soon. All right. Um, Bellatrix, who are we playing today?
Hey, I am Severus Serpentine. I'm a level 1 class fighter. And what was the last question?
Oh, what minerals you would hope to find in Open Valley? I just, I usually ask a question that pertains to what the party has been doing. In this case, they've been splitting up property that belongs to them now.
Silver.
So don't worry about answering that. That's all we needed from you right now. And Chad.
Um, a ranger, level 1, high elf, which feel good. Acolyte.
Excellent. Excellent. Alrighty. So,
What was his character name?
yeah, I didn't catch that.
Dan
Oh, my
Elf.
apologies. Pelin Elzen.
Helen Elzen.
Palin Elzen.
Hey.
Yeah.
He's a Dan Elf, right?
Yeah. He's yeah.
He's one of the few that's not contaminated.
like you.
I'm not contaminated. I'm pure.
Of course you are. As the driven snow.
Yeah, I'm soon going to be a year old.
Wait, you're an elf? I thought you were like from a different universe.
Yes, you are.
No, I
This
said I'm
character.
pure.
This character. Yeah, her. She's talking about her other Dayan elf. She has a Dayan elf character that
okay.
in another session, and that character avoided the corruption because she's from a different iteration. She came through time. So anyway, that's a whole different subject. So we're not dealing with that right now. So in gameplay, you'll want to Chad change your character name on Zoom. There, you go up to the blue button.
Yeah, you just right click on your picture there, and it'll say rename as one of the options.
Oh, I'm using the phone.
Oh.
How do I do that?
You take
I
it in
no,
your
just
hand,
tell me again
and
how
then
to
you
spell it.
throw it against the wall,
I, I
and
Okay.
no, I can do it.
PELON.
I think I can do it. Let me double check here.
I can tell him. Give me a second.
Okay.
You go to participants,
Participants. Oh, nuts.
and then you see your name, and you want to click it. No, no, not to click. Yeah, yeah. Is it, yeah,
Hmm.
and then rename.
Then you'll have to rename it afterwards, so you have Drifter up.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to. Moment you close your
Window it
new
goes back.
accounts, yeah, it goes back to regular. So
Okay.
Okay, I'm fixing it now.
Okay, no big deal. It just makes it easier for us to know who you are in the game, because
Okay.
that way they'll call you by that instead of by Drifter. Otherwise,
I've
your
already
character.
forgotten.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
Yikes.
Pelennor Fields now.
Pelin Nelson is all I remember. I don't remember the rest of it. So anyway, he doesn't have to know the Dan part of it because that's part of what got lost in the
Oh, okay.
Revening.
Okay.
So
So our story thus far,
yes, please.
we
I
are
fixed it. I'm sorry.
hasn't saved yet. Uh,
Oh.
It
we
will.
are
It will. It just hasn't saved yet. I don't see it.
we are in the remnants of what used to be Banbury.
Yes.
It has been mostly destroyed, and we were doing triage on the survivors. And the war is won. They've now eliminated the rest of the Golem thanks to the Tarmakians. Uh, and so we were going to invite. Well, I was going to invite anyone in Banbury who's looking for a new, safer place to stay, to join us in our land through the mountain.
Cool. Cool. There's certainly
Now,
there'll be some of that, but more importantly, there's also going to be a considerable number of them that'll be glad to have that valley open from a mining standpoint. So one of the first persons that would be contacting you would be Mariel Copperlocks from Selk. Actually, she would send it. She would have sent word once she hears about the fact that you own land now. She wants to talk about setting up a dwarvish mine on your side of the mountain.
just so long it doesn't um, pollute the land.
Oh, what an insult to a dwarf to think that we would corrupt the land by digging mines. That's just simply nonsense. If there happens to be some dirt piled up outside, so that's just natural. That's what dwarves do. In fact, there might be some chemicals that drift off into the local streams and rivers and blight the property. That's just happenstance, right?
Packs of business.
Yep, exactly.
No, it's not okay.
Right, but either way, I suppose we can talk about that. What we would get in exchange and whatnots.
Yep.
Knots. And we could figure that out, I suppose.
Well,
In the bed,
uh,
in
um,
the bed. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
well, I'm gonna say, in the aftermath, of course, as I had described earlier, there were quite a few different people who had been living in the area known as the Warrens, just outside of Banbury, and mining Blackstone Ridge. Now that the Tarmaks are going to be basically taking part of the Blackstone Ridge to establish a new um, outpost and basically an egress to their city. Um, the miners are going to need to move. And Palon and Severus, you guys are part of the ones that are being displaced. So your reason for wanting to explore this new land on the other side of the mountain has everything to do with the fact that the property, the place that you were mining before, is no longer going to be available. So, um, uh, the reason Palon in particular you would be working with this is that you would have already scouted some of that area on the far side of the mountain, and so you'll be able to help them to figure out where they're going to, how they're going to split the land. You know, it's easy to
Cool.
say.
Okay.
It's easy that you say, oh, we're going to split it 4 ways, but we haven't actually looked at the hex in any kind of detail to determine how that process would go, and so you'll be able to help them to determine the boundaries between the 4 groups or 4
Okay.
owners.
Knock, knock. I have a question.
Yes.
This is the meta part. There's only 3 of us left.
Oh, there's 4 of us.
No.
Birdie's not here. He's not.
Oh, Birdie's not here. Okay, that's right.
He's not dead.
You say left is like, holy crap.
She's still thinking that Scott was one of the 4.
Oh, yeah. Birdie is the 4th.
Scott was never part of this campaign.
Okay.
Never. Yep. That's one of the challenges of playing in multiple sessions of NYCOS is that you might be picking up remembrances from another campaign, especially right now with the two groups are really close in proximity to one another. So.
I get it, John. It all makes sense now.
Oh yeah, what makes sense, Travis?
It's not that because they couldn't enter.
Oh, who's doing that?
Hey, Drifter, there's something going weird on with your mic. It's making a
Oh,
lot.
I apologize. I'll fix it.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
But what I realized is they got rid of the iterations, but then the players picked up, and now we're all iterations of ourselves.
Shh, quiet you. You're not supposed to know that yet. That's, I gave the first foreshadow to this group.
Okay.
So.
You gave us the first foreshadow of what?
Nothing. Exactly nothing.
The thing that Travis just hinted at.
What did I don't know.
I thought you
what did
gave
I
that
stumble
to the
into?
other group.
Hey, exactly. What did you stumble into? Oh crap! What did I stumble into?
Whatever.
Of course, my suggestion for the area, which he will discuss with you, is that we build a central city, hopefully near a river, that all 3 of us, it actually represents our whole land.
4 of you.
All 4 of us. And it represents our whole
4.
land.
Oh yeah.
And then we just divide it into 1.5 wedges per person to make the total of the 6 wedges.
And we're not going to make 6 wedges. I say we just give them each a plot on the land.
Yeah, you
'Cause
guys.
we're still the princes of the land.
Right. You were the ones that were here to do the rescue, so you're the ones that split the land. Now, if you have associates you want to grant lands to, that's completely different. This is a weird situation.
It's very weird.
Just a second. Palon and Severus just realized that these 4 have just acquired a huge chunk of property, and this is the first time any of my groups has had to do things like city planning. So this will be fun. And so obviously, in the case of Severus, who's going to be able to bring some of the you came as a fighter, right, Severus?
Yes.
Yes. So Severus is going to be able to perhaps help with developing a town guard structure, so that would be useful. And then Palon will definitely help you to assay the land and determine how best to divide it.
I was actually thinking that he might like to create a fighters guild and a huntsman's lodge where he could go off and kill monsters in the local area, especially the Grolem.
Sounds like
Especially
a
if
plan.
we can transfer the stuff that was in the lodges that were. Oh no, that was. This group.
I want to set up a trade route.
I don't want to deal too much with boundaries and whatnot between the 4 slices.
Okay,
But
then
the thing is, perhaps we have the main body.
We need to also make a trade route and also.
We gotta not cut each other off.
Oh.
We'll get to you, Fishy Cat. I got you on my little checklist here, so just let Travis finish and then be.
I was thinking that we should have at least a main body of a town in 1X so that there's no confusion. We don't want neighbors disjointed from neighbors and whatnot. Should in the future any of our
Whoops, I apologize, everybody.
No
problem. Any of our inheritors would have an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So I say we each have a section for town, and then we can join them up in the middle. Maybe have some sort of common ground where our town hall is. That's a hexagon split in fours.
Yeah, one
A
and a half
big,
wedges.
big hexagon building with split in a fourth, and each one has a throne in that fourth, and that's where we all hold our own courts and whatnot.
Actually, we could put our thrones in three of them, and then people can be in the other one.
No, you got 4, Gene.
There's 4 people, Gene.
Four. Then we would we would be 4/6 of the building where our thrones are, and and then enough
No,
room.
Gene, no.
No, what?
They're not splitting into 6. There's just 4.
Well, what I was thinking of, where will other people stand before us?
In the center.
In front of us. No, we're in the center, facing outwards. Back to back to back.
Cool.
Then our own courts come out in front of us in our own quarter of that building. And so it's horrible, and like everyone's shouting over each other, and it's just like us.
Main thing from I can see exactly why Alabaster would want to design something like this, because that means from a political standpoint, nothing will ever get done because there'll be so much noise that you won't be able to make any decisions.
Exactly.
So the recommendation would actually be to build that very structure. He's speaking of, but build a quadrate in the center that divides the 4 courts.
Yeah.
We should also have like a spell of silence.
So you have a central.
No spell of
You have a
silence.
central room where the 4 of you could, for example, retire to discuss things if something comes before your particular court that you don't want to resolve or need help with. And then each of the thrones then would be outside of that, facing its particular court.
I like the idea of us being back to back, so that when the peasants are talking, we can turn to each other and go, "Can you believe this fella here? Look at his ears. He's quite weird." And then we can turn.
Well, I'm
'Cause
trying
we're-
to think of having an audience hall, and it would be, where would we?
But then the chairs should like spin around until you can like talk in the middle.
Ooh, Fishy Cat's got a good idea. The thrones are on spindles.
But he would just sit there spinning the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be Fishy Cat.
Anyways,
The attendant would be going, sire, 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 sire.
it'll be that part of Parks and Recreation where Ron Swanson's just slowly turning around and the lady's running around his desk trying to get his attention.
Exactly. I have to go.
Right, yo. I say it's a one big all where we're all back to back to back.
Well, I'd like to give it to an architect and find out a feasibility of it.
Why?
Somebody who
Why?
can design things properly.
Why?
Because proper is better.
No, it's not.
Boring.
Look, we have a X that's cut into 4 quarters. You don't have any saying what happens in my quarter just as much as I don't have saying what's in yours. So I say we all split in the middle. We each have our own little towns. And then in the center is this town hall.
Okay.
That way it's neutral ground. And we all hold court there.
Okay.
I think our town.
Holy
should be-
grounds.
Wait a moment. I do think our town should be near the center area.
Oh, they're all going to sprawl out from the center, but each is going to be controlled in our own district.
Yes, I understand.
All right.
And
With that, you have noticed that there's a gentleman in very nice clothing standing off to the right-hand side of your rather involved discussion. He's standing there basically in the position of parade rest. His knees, he's got his hands folded behind his back, and he's just looking extremely patiently at you. His clothing is of a brilliant purple color, with deep bands of white across his chest, much as a cuirassier. So he, off of one hip, he does have a rather impressive-looking military saber. And he holds or rather, on the floor in front of him is a large furred plumed hat. He's got it's a white furred hat with one big red plume off of it.
Ah,
Hello there. Who are you?
Oh, if you please, sir, I am a courtier from the court of Vespasian the First, and he recommended I came and speak with you. We've understand that you have come into a large tract of land, and we'd like to offer to purchase it
What for?
for the purpose of expanding the emperor's land holdings in Yarlin.
Well, I'm sorry, but we're the princes of this here land, and we don't think we plan on selling them anytime soon.
Oh, then the second offer would be the hand of Vespasian's daughter for 1/4 of the land.
I don't think we have any men interested in marriage. Certainly, Alabaster doesn't because he doesn't want to produce anything more in the world than is already here.
I think you should speak for yourself.
Oh,
Well, he's not producing any.
I'm not interested. Haha,
Ha ha
not
ha! See,
interested.
see.
But I can't speak for Fishy or Bertie, but I don't think she'd be interested.
Yeah, well, I gotta focus on my casino. I'm sorry.
and I'm not interested.
What? Corporal
Very
turning
well.
down a lady? What?
Very, very well. Then
Well, if I'm gonna have
I will return word to my liege, and there may be perhaps future messages. Um, I am Kalos, and please remember me, as I will more than likely return to discuss with you other conditions, considering how close you are to the kingdom, for which
well, we're
from
looking for
which
some
I.
trade routes.
Wait a
If you
moment.
have any.
Where is your kingdom in relationship to our very cut off valley?
It's funny you should mention that. It's in your very cut off valley.
It's in it.
What do you mean in it?
It occupies exactly where your cutoff village valley is.
Then he can tell him to go
No,
away.
it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No.
Can you
No, it
show
doesn't.
us?
You're a liar.
I want to
He
see this
produces a
person.
very realistic, very real map. It looks like it was recently drawn,
Drone.
and
Mm.
it shows very clearly the valley. It shows Tarmakia as a kingdom, and a very beautiful palace is drawn into the space, specifically where the center of your hex is.
Except there's
Where?
no palace, and the Tarmakians gave us the land. Thank you very much for this.
Oh, that's the reason why I'm willing to negotiate for it now.
Aye,
Uh,
because you don't own it. Thanks for making
Uh,
our case. We'll see you later.
he clicks his heels, salutes, and picks up his helmet and walks out. You hear him get
weird
on his
guy.
horse and ride away.
What a weirdo.
Aye, what a weirdo.
Does anybody know anything about this kingdom?
Well, it's
I
not
look, I
true,
look, I
that's
look
for
up
sure.
into the sky. I look up into the sky. Is there anything up there?
Is there anything up there? There's Nimbus, the sun.
All right,
Looks like the picture behind me.
all right. I was just saying. It's like, is there a floating castle in the sky or something?
Nope.
All right, cool.
Aye, this sounds like someone's trying to muscle in during the transition period.
You know, it might be nice if there were precious metals found up there too, not just gold, but like
What's the other precious metals? Oh, silver.
no, I was thinking of adamantine or mithril or things.
Well, then we're gonna have to get some gnomes into on this.
Dwarves.
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 Either way, that's beyond the point.
We can rent some of the land.
So what is your plan, Tara? What are you gonna do with your part? I'm curious.
My part?
Mhm.
Offer the land to people who will grow things.
So you're gonna be
Uh,
a farming community.
Oh, you're
if the
actually
land
the
is
farms.
most of that land should be farmland because you can't do much about feeding the people unless there's farms.
Exactly. Your old slice will be farms.
It'll be whatever it is. It could be herding, it could be raising animals, husbandry.
That works because we can get some trade routes going and everything. Uh, I'm gonna
Well,
probably be the trading guild plus the gambling industry.
No, this is about
I
this is about when Palon would come up and introduce himself as being a surveyor and a scout from that territory, so that he can help. He'll offer his services to.
are you a quantity surveyor?
Yes, I am.
I have some quantities for you to survey.
Okay.
and also we need to establish sh- uh, the correct ownership of that land. We had somebody come.
No, we don't need to do that. That's just
Just a
BS.
moment. We had someone come in here and claim that it was part of their empire.
We just gotta kill him.
Okay.
I think.
No, he didn't.
So,
He clearly wanted it.
Well, he wanted it, but he also claimed by that map that he showed us that it was in their
Yeah,
kingdom.
he's probably. I saw the ink run. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, whatever you could tell us about the uh, what do you call it when a land has
Scammer.
subdivided?
questionable ownership?
Oh,
There is no question of ownership, Tiara. You're wearing a tiara. That's all you need.
Okay.
What she's asking
Anyway,
about is if there's a chain of ownership. The chain of ownership literally starts with the Tarmaks lost control of the land long, long ago and were forced into their city and then cursed. The gate locking them in forever. You guys fixed that lock. So when they come back out, they naturally believe they hold ownership of that property. Nobody had been here. It had been fallow for
yeah.
at least 126 years or
So
oh,
1200.
or 1200. Exactly for that reason, because no one had claimed it. They can't claim it on a piece of paper unless they've improved it.
Right, and with no written documents of history remaining that would include maps,
Yeah.
assaying documents, and such. So
Well, she doesn't know about that, but
no, but you asked Palon, and so I'm helping Chad by
Taylor.
explaining to what Palon knows. So Palin is telling you that there is no written documentation holding claim to the land.
Hmm.
And no
Aye.
one.
So let's get that paperwork situated.
Right.
okay.
That does
That's
require the full assay of the property. So recommendation is that somebody, maybe all of you, go and walk your property to see what all's there. It is one full hex after all. That's 49
Yeah.
square miles. That's a lot of territory.
Do we have horses? No.
Did I wait till sunset?
I want to get a
Yeah, we
horse.
can wait till sunset.
Let's get
No,
a
I mean, like,
ship
is that how you
instead.
walk?
So then all the groups related to all of us have a
Steven,
ship.
don't you just marched right on over somebody.
Sorry.
What was the question, Palin?
I apologize. I was asking, do they have till sunset to walk over? Like, do they walk till sunset and then that's their property?
They
Is that how we're doing it?
No, it's
No.
49. It's a hex
Oh, okay.
49 miles across,
Okay,
uh,
thank you.
from a side to side.
It's 49 hexed miles.
right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's not yet a land rush. They haven't determined what they're going to do as far as parsing the land, but they don't even know what they hold yet. They just recently were granted it, so they need to go and assay it and see what they have to work with.
Well, we've
Oh,
we've
okay,
crossed
sorry.
it once or twice in our journey to free the Tomakians, but
Yes, but I just
at
mean as
that
far
point
as
it was just covered in former camps of the Golem, which are now defeated, and a bunch of fire gems that are TVs.
right.
Right, yo.
Okay.
So
Oh wait, I gotta.
A Tarmakian had taken back.
So the property is divided almost straight down the middle by a river.
Okay.
This river comes out into the. It is basically the feeder into the delta that is the Hool.
Oh, is it?
Hmm.
Oh, interesting.
So if you follow this river far enough, you end up getting to the ocean uh,
if I may,
on the south side of Selk.
No, you may not destroy this
No,
water.
no, listen,
so
listen to what he has to say.
I say that we refrain from choosing which plot of land is ours until we figure out which one suits us best.
Right.
Like Fishy might like one that has water in it, so he should probably be in one of the two slices that are next to the water.
Oh,
Actually, all four of us could be if we slice the next hex straight across and
Good
yeah.
perpendicular
idea. I
to
like
it.
that idea.
Those okay. Those kind of lines are difficult. It sounds easy in our thinking to go. Well, we'll just look across the distance and say that's where the line is, but it's awful hard to substantiate that without using markers or something to differentiate from sites.
Yeah.
That's the reason why, for example, in cities you'll hear them talk about the baseline
Oh, yeah.
and why there's boulevards like Baseline Boulevard, where that was the structure, the line from which they built their city.
Yeah.
Well, how about if we built a reservoir,
Let me
like
finish giving.
like.
If you
Oh,
wouldn't
sorry.
mind, guys, I think it's probably best if I give you the rest of the features of the valley, so you guys can kind of determine how you want to split it or whatever.
That's
So
what I said.
Okay.
that's what I was trying to get across. So you have the primary feature is the river. It is impassable except for at two places. There is a fjord uh, farther up the valley where the river broadens and becomes more shallow and is suitable for fishing, for like
Walking
maybe
across.
tourists, yeah, tourism. Well, you could actually build a road, arguably, across it. If you paved it, you'd be able to build a road directly across it because it's shallow enough to be able to work across. You just would divert part of the water while you were working. The second is far to the south. There is a bridge, and the bridge was built long ago. Its stone foundations are nice and solid, but the structure itself is wood and rope and is in really bad repair. You wouldn't want to try to put a cart or a wagon across it at all. People have been using it for a hunting path, but it's not really suitable. It's broad enough that if you did want to improve it, you could actually make it a workable bridge. But it's actually over a slight rise. The river actually cut a crevasse through the side of a hill. God knows how, but the bridge crosses that expanse about 50 feet above the surface of the water.
Well, it seems to me if it has a solid foundation, we might be able to trade some mining rights for the dwarves for some bridge work and road work.
Well, these are all
Oh,
things. So
there.
let me finish giving you the rest of the resources so you know what else you're working with. Um, while it is a valley, the western side. Let me see. Let's look at the hex here. Yes, the western side of the hex is hilly and leads to the foothills of the mountains beyond. So it would be perfect for, say, some surface-based mining, digging tunnels as has been done in the Blackstone Ridge. So it's like a parallel ridge on the other side. Um, but there also is one place where a rocky crag of the mountain extends into the valley that has an overlook. What's interesting about that is that there is a tale of a tower and a storm over there in that part, and so that might be problematic. So realize you might have an issue of a one of the storms of NYCOS, which are so famous, being inside this valley.
Great
Oh,
tourist attraction.
Exactly.
no. You just have to build a glass wall around it.
Is there any way we can remove the storm?
Aye, but not
Really?
now.
Well, I'm just telling you what there was. I'm not telling you the current
Ah,
the current situation, but that is what was known to be in the valley. The
Just real quick,
Sure.
so I can make sure I'm looking at the right one. I'm pretty sure we have the hex that is surrounded on four sides by mountains, right?
Mhm.
Where the door is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, can you show us on the map on the Discord?
Sure. Just a second.
Well, the map's already there on Discord.
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
that's what he says. Go look at the map on Discord while I pull it up on my end. That's all.
Okay. Hmm.
If he pulls it up, then it'll goof up the whole setup in
Yeah,
OBS.
yeah. I'm not gonna open it. I'm not gonna open it because that is
I can share if need be, but
Well, you can show them if they want to open their Discord window. You can show them on that map. Well, because all I'm doing is looking at my map. Is all I'm doing.
If you want to look at the stream on Discord,
Okay, so stream on Discord. So.
just mute yourself when you're on Discord.
All right. So we're looking at the map
Okay.
in
And,
the in the Valley of Fulcrum. Which is just north of the Whisper Mist.
There we go.
So
we're like,
we're near the top of the valley, right?
Yes.
so that's our.
So do you
Oh, that's
do you see the 4 golden field things?
Yes.
We're on the opposite side of the mountains from those. So that one hex right there on the eastern side of the valley that is surrounded on 4 sides by mountains.
Three sides. 3 sides.
Okay, this is a
Four
gamer.
sides
part
by
of me-
mountains.
This is a gamer part of me saying this, but this is a great way to like defend. If we can like put a wall on the edges of our hex, that'd be an easy way.
49-mile. You'd be building the Great Wall of China.
I'm just saying that's the gamer saying it.
I
like
know.
we've been playing
14 miles of wall. You're talking about.
That's not too bad.
Depends on the wall, I suppose.
Well, if we have a high population, we could probably do it.
Anyways, so are we looking at the same hex, correct?
Yes.
I'm looking at an older map, so just let me change.
Ugh, I need to get some meat.
I'm looking at the pungent map, the vibrant one.
Right.
I try to make the map in Civ. I get it completely wrong.
You gotta look at the map then when you make it, you know. Practically go hex by
Golden
hex.
Oh, Gene.
area is what?
Gene, you have to mute yourself on Discord.
Okay.
Huh?
I see you. Yes, you're right. 4. Exactly. So you're not.
4
yeah,
out of the 6 sides are mountain.
Right. And so the tower that I was referring to is actually not in your hex. You're right. Because it's across the way.
We would be able to see the storm from
You would.
like across the way.
You should be able to see the storm from across the way. Yes, on a clear day.
Okay, cool. That is still a tourist attraction. We can have like
You could build a lookout
House
tower.
scopes?
So yes, exactly.
We're
Char-
gonna
And then
have
we have-
little we're gonna have wagon tours where they can go into the storm and come back out safely without touching anything and seeing everything.
and then they can have we can call it cotton a storm cloud. A storm on a stick, and it'll be cotton candy.
No, we'll call it not an adventure.
Well, no, I'm saying we will have cotton candy, and we call it storm.
You wait a moment. You guys realize it's nothing that we're going to do. It's what businessmen will do.
Yeah, we are businessmen and women.
Well, that's not why I am here in the world.
Well, I'm gonna be only in a casino, so it's like.
So you're going to stay in this land and develop it and go nowhere else.
For a while, maybe.
A little while. We don't have to rush anywhere. We don't have anywhere to go, so there's no reason to go. We can actually go to the storm if you're getting bored. Look at that. Look at that storm over there. Doesn't that look like something we can take over? I mean, advance, make neighbors. We can make neighbors.
Settle down there.
Where is this empire in relationship to us?
There is no empire.
Wait a moment. You said he's claiming an empire.
Okay, Gene, you have to realize that that NPCs lie.
Okay, fine. He's lying, but I still want to know where this person might be located.
He
That we have.
showed you the map, and the map says that his kingdom is smack dab in the middle of your hex.
Which
No.
I've seen neither hide nor hair of.
Yeah. Well, we haven't gone there yet.
No,
But
you
what?
have. You
We
crossed
we
it.
have.
You've
Yeah.
crossed that hex twice.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
So you never.
It's a non-issue.
Okay.
It is a lie, and that's what it is because we decided so.
So he brings mercenaries, and then we
The
can
less we
reason.
focus on it, the less it becomes real.
Okay.
It's relegated to the land of the lost. Got me?
Yep. I'm back. Okay.
Okay. Good.
Okay. So
I gotta go back to Zoom.
the river passes through that hex, coming in from the mountain split right where right where you guys came down.
Hmm.
The river comes into basically in the same corner when you came down through the mountain pass, and then cuts across the hex
Okay.
diagonally, southwest bound.
So it might help if we get a outlook on that hex and then.
I'll create the hex as a 49-mile map by the next time we play. Hopefully.
I can do it right now. Just give me 1 sec. I gotta open the program.
Okay, so while he's doing that, there will be quite a few different people that come up and congratulate you on saving what's left of the village and for saving their kin that didn't have to die because the Golem didn't get to them and all of that. And eventually the Tarmacs will also come down, make sure everything is fine, and let you know that they're going to be returning back to their city. If you need anything, of course, you can call upon them in their mountain hold.
Thank you very much.
And they did request the permission to have a space inside the gateway for them to build a bit of an outpost, so that no one would ever lock them in again.
Absolutely.
Hey,
And so then it comes to the specifics of the actual division, which we'll have to wait for the full map to be available. But I know that Fishy Cat was already talking with some of the Tarmacs about trying to trade actual land on the outside for a casino in Tarmakia, inside the city. Was that not correct?
it was a thought. It wasn't. I didn't decide it yet.
Well, it would save you the building cost of actually having to build the structure. Because right now you're land rich and cash poor, so to speak. You're not necessarily in this position to build a full-on casino.
Well, as an adventurist, we have chances to become rich quickly. So
No,
Okay,
so
so
listen, you got a lot of land, and it's not
Well,
improved. Producing
I'm
nothing.
just not trying to decide it right away. Damn. I'm trying to
okay,
be patient.
so
Use
I
section of land to help build stuff on, like just like people build stuff on so people can rent out to people. Get cash that way.
Yes, those are all things you're doing. Travis, go ahead. I'm sorry.
so I now have the map drawer out, and I've created a hex with a river running diagonally through it from the north east to the southwest.
And you're showing that in Discord?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'll be able to place anything on the map as we're doing it.
Good,
Yes,
good.
Mom? Oh, give me a second.
Sure.
Are there any tributaries into this river?
What's that?
Well, since it's surrounded on mountains on 3 sides, are
4
there any
sides.
other?
By the time it gets to your property, because your property is much more flat, no, it's a singular at this point.
Okay.
There are a couple of places in the valley that it's evident that when the river does swell its banks, that they flood. So there's a couple of floodplains within the space. One is right there where the um,
Wait, don't we have a lot of gold?
okay, I'm pulling up to look at your images there. Okay, so you got the river going across there. So the place of the fjord is where you put those squiggles at. Right there's where the fjord is, on the east side of the center.
Here? No,
No, east
here.
side of center. Yes, yeah. So that's where you can mark that as the fjords. And where the other squiggle is, at the beginning of that squiggle, is where the bridge is. Yeah.
Oops, I'm forgetting the controls. Give me a second.
No worries.
So,
You also want to mark where the gate is and the mountain edge there on the bottom.
I'm putting this as a
Yeah, that's
how
the
do I
fjords.
rotate again?
It's actually okay just like that because it just indicates the river is wide and frothy at that point. It's fine.
Whatever.
Yeah. playing with
I
the
can't remember
controls.
the damn control to rotate anything. So
that's the bridge right there. The river goes across. Okay.
I thought that the flat of the hexagon was facing north and south,
it does not.
not the point.
It is the point.
It is the point.
Okay, it is the point.
The point at the bottom? Or the point
No, no, never mind. The point of the hexagon as it is oriented now is north and south.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay. I see
Okay.
you've drawn in the basic route of the roadway. That's the dividing line, sort of ish, with the. You got to mark the gate also.
Where's this gate?
The gate would be in the.
That's not a straight line.
It's okay. It's just.
No,
It's
it's
okay,
not.
Gene. He can't rotate it right now. Remember that was the point he just made. He's fine.
Okay.
He just was showing the area where the fjord is.
You-
The gate is going to be in the mountain wall. First, yeah, yep, exactly. All right.
What are you doing?
It happens.
Is that Steven?
Don't.
That's
Someone's
not me.
tapping like crazy.
I'm not
I'm
tapping.
sorry.
Okay, and then
Sorry.
along at the other. No, it's okay. No, at the other end of the road is the tower.
Okay, and it's what kind of tower?
That'll work for fine. That's fine. It's not nearly that big, but that's okay. That's good. That's good. There you go. And the hills around it. So if you got that little rolling hill marker, drop a couple hills in that between that and the perpendicular, the parallel wall, parallel hex wall.
So we got hills. Where's these hills?
Between here and the tower, because the tower is on the rising part, going up into the mountains and or towards the other side. Yeah, there you go.
Big.
And down that same the. I can't point it. Yeah, that's there you go.
Gotta go check out who lives at the hill.
Yep.
I mean, the tower.
And then beyond that would be forest all the way to the.
I'm just gonna
corner.
put these here to mark that these are the mountain sides.
Right.
Crap, I'll be back. I have a phone call from my girlfriend who's been in mental hospital, so I gotta take this.
Do what you got to do,
Sorry.
man. See you later. And then forest in that corner next to the tower. All the way to the center,
Forest.
to the corner of the hex.
What is the tower? Unknown?
No,
What kind of forest?
It's a what?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just that little corner. Good, perfect. That's good.
And we put a wall between this area.
All right, there you go. That's what you have to work with as far as actual terrain without having actually gone in and assayed it. The tower was just something that was known to be there. Uh, no one's gone to investigate it since the tarmac. You're basically drawing this map based on the tarmac estimation and the few things that you saw when you passed the space. You wouldn't have seen the tower. So
Hmm.
So,
there you
so
go. But
I'm
yeah,
just cleaning it up a little bit.
yeah, doesn't have to be that busy exactly.
would it be possible on my side? Well, not side, but I mean, would it be possible to make a like rooms underground, like have the door?
Anything's possible. It's just a hex of land. That's
We'll get
49 miles across though.
we're not getting our plans into it yet, so
Right. This is just what it looked like beforehand.
That looks cool. Nicely done. That was
So what are you going to name it? This land? No, just kidding.
no, John, we're not that lame.
it's gonna call it my land. That's what it's gonna call
No.
it, and not your land.
All right. So now you got the hex.
Not a ham. Not
No.
a hamlet.
Well, that's your name for it. I wouldn't call the whole land that.
Sin City.
No, God.
We're talking about a
That's
major.
that's the plan.
That's the plan.
Can we have a little something more?
Right. Wait.
The water.
Right now you haven't even adventured into it to clearly define if there's anything extra. That's just what you know. I'm just
Okay.
giving you the parameters of what you know so that we can go and explore it.
Let's go.
Excellent. And we
I
can
do want to get a horse.
we can find out the wildlife that lives here, so that'd be really good to understand our wares who we can use as trade.
By horse, it would take us 2 days to cross the Axe, so I suppose we should get horses.
Yep.
Oh.
Easy enough to find in town after the conflict was over. Um, the survivors would have some horses that probably were driven off during the fighting, and therefore be able to pick those up.
We can have like a horse farm for your hex. Tar,
Steven, you're having trouble with your lips today. What are you trying to say? I didn't understand that.
Tiara.
Tiara.
Tiara. Yeah. I was saying we can get her a farm of horses, but then I can't even talk, so never mind.
All right, so we have horses and we have the property to assay. Which direction did you guys want to go when you got to the valley?
And she gets a tent because we're gonna have to be camping out.
Gene, you should have all this stuff already on your character sheet from the adventures you've done before, right?
I never had a tent.
And you
Yeah,
clearly
we can.
don't need one.
Let's go. We can sleep in the starlight.
You're right. I probably can't afford one, so let's go.
We can't afford
Sure,
one.
let's go with that.
I have never had much money, and we haven't really made money.
The Tarmox will look at you kind of blankly and then walk over and point at the
Don't
big
get ready.
pile of the coffer of treasure that was part of your award. Didn't you guys just
Oh.
get a whole bunch of stuff from them?
No.
Don't remind her. Don't remind her.
Stop. We got one weapon each, and we got the crowns. That's the only treasure we got.
Oh well, apologies from the Tarmox for being remiss, and each one of you would get 100 gold pieces, 1,000 silver pieces. I'm sorry, 10,000 silver pieces.
All right, I'm ready to put this down.
No, I'm not either. You have been more than generous. The land is generous.
Well, I'm putting this down.
Yes, but you're acting like you're destitute. If you're land rich, you're never really poor.
Just put it on your character sheet, Gene.
So 1,000
Okay.
silver.
I don't.
100 gold. 10,000 silver.
10,000?
Yes.
10,000 silver
I thought it was
Holy
10,000 silver and 100 gold
each.
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 Yes. Okay. I'll
wow.
put it down.
That was 1,000.
So she'll buy a tent, a nice tent.
Okay, you spent a silver.
You can buy a damn pavilion, okay? It's
That she'll buy a pavilion. She doesn't know
Okay,
what
not
a
right now.
pavilion is,
Yeah,
but
she goes, I'm buying a pavilion. So they bring her a pavilion. It's a cart with the pavilion, all the stack poles and everything. There you go. There's your pavilion.
uh oh, okay.
With a hat, it's got a cart under it because it's heavy enough. You wouldn't be able to carry it.
uh,
I think I need a wagon.
isn't. Wait,
You want a wagon? They'll drag you over a wagon. That's 2 silver pieces.
Okay, good.
Write them. Make sure you take it off your total because I don't want you to feel like you didn't spend the money.
I spent the money.
Okay.
3 silver. That includes.
You got a wagon. The wagon
no
is sitting there.
horses.
No, there's no horses. She didn't buy horses. She bought a wagon.
I know I'm telling her she needs to be
Oh.
expensive.
Well, I have a horse, a riding horse.
No, you don't.
of course, of course.
Yeah.
She just bought. Okay, she bought a horse also. That's 25 silver.
To drive the wagon.
Nice.
Yes, but you bought a horse. You don't see how to hook the horse up to the wagon.
Yeah, you have to buy the harness to build. I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm
you
joking.
gotta you
I'm
gotta buy
joking.
the yoke, and you need to buy a bridle, and don't forget all the oats that you'll need for the horse, and then you also need a brush and comb and a hoof pick so that you can clean his hooves, and you might want to think about a
And I need-
dressage.
Okay, guys, you're belaboring the point I was trying to make, and that is whatever you want, Gene, you got it. Just write
Okay.
it down as on your character sheet, and go back and use the book to figure out how much you spent. Because I'm not
Okay.
going to pursue tracking the minutia of the purchases that you make.
Okay.
Well, remember, there's not much in 5th edition anymore, so
That's true. It's kind of hard to figure out, right?
that's why I use 3.5 because they still have all the equipment books at least.
And the prices are at the will be therefore a little bit ridiculous because they're based on.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Well, we can recalculate based on.
No, I want you to use it as it is in the book because it is ridiculous to buy gifts.
Okay.
You trying to figure out how to put that tower?
Yeah.
I like the other one you had, the rock one. Just leave it the way it was.
Well, this one is better for the Tarmakians, I think.
Well, yeah, if you're facing it, but you're looking at
Yeah,
it from
I'm-
the
I
backside.
just-
So.
I need to find the flip tool. Just continue. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so entering the hex, are we going to be sweeping left, sweeping right, going straight down the middle? What's the plan? You have a ranger, so the ranger might be able to give you some recommendation.
Okay. Let's ask the ranger.
Well, then ask him. Don't talk to me. Talk to him.
Oi, how do you think we should cross this air land?
And Sir,
I think we should cross by foot.
You get
Oi,
more
well,
detail.
by-
it would take too long.
We all have horses. It's fine. 25
Yeah, we have
silver each.
horses. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Which
Oi,
way?
but which
Wait.
direction do you think we should go? I was thinking maybe cross from the portal all the way across to the tower maybe and see what's in those woods there because that's where the danger
Yeah, we could do that.
comes
That's a
from.
good idea. That's a good idea.
And then we're going to get our outside border maybe, and then
Okay.
because the rest is all mountains, and we've already passed by the northeastern mountains, right? 'Cause
Right.
that's
Sounds
where we
good. Yeah,
came
I
from.
agree. Yeah.
Okay, so
You drive a wagon? Because you can drive a wagon.
we're heading for the fjord or the bridge? Because you can't cross going straight ahead. The river's too swift.
Alright, let's go upwards toward the fjord, because that
Okay.
bridge is rickety, right?
Is that upwards?
Right,
That
the-
one was the weaker bridge.
Yeah.
The ranger warned you the bridge is rickety. Yes.
Shouldn't we go to the bottom one then? The bottom bridge?
Martha.
No, the bottom bridge is the rickety one.
Right. The
The
other.
top one is the bridge that's not made yet.
It's actually not
Oh.
not a bridge. It's actually just a fjord, a place where the waters are low. Where you
Right,
can
that's
cross.
where I was. I put a clear bridge there because it's not colored in because we might want to build a bridge there.
Right. All right. So, as you enter the hex, there are several small herds of antelope or bovine. Of particular note is a species of mountain goats that are like the Rocky Mountain sheep along the mountain ridge to the right as you
Do
leave
they
the.
have like?
What was that?
I said, do they have fur or are they? Like, do
They
they
have,
have like fluffy fur, like the sheep?
uh, well, the sheep do have very thick fur
Wool.
that's close to their, tightly curled fur that near close to their skin. Um, but it's not like prolific. It's not like Angora or anything like that.
All right.
But so from a hunting standpoint, it's ample for now. But the herds are small because of the well, it's an open expanse, and the the amount of grasses here are tall, but they're kind of reedy, so there's not a lot of dense foliage for them to munch on, so to speak. So they're the two primary breeds are similar to a springbok, a big. They've got these really cool curved horns with a spiral form to them,
Yeah.
and the second one is a little bit uh, beefier, and they are more almost like a musk oxen, except that they are, I guess they'd be kind of like a pretty version of a wildebeest. They're big like a wildebeest, but they don't have that horrible, scary looking face.
Head and neck.
Right.
So
And
they'd be good for like farmland, like pulling stuff.
Well, no,
well,
these are not domesticated. These are wild. So this would be again hunting range. Initially, it'll be a good food supply for your first settlers, but their populations are too small to actually be an ongoing source.
There we go.
There you
okay.
go. Um, the up in the mountains where the river comes through. You were asking about tributaries. There are more than likely brooks and creeks that feed into the primary, but they all are within that corner space within a couple miles of each other. Yeah, there you go. And the the fish in the stream are there are some trout and oh, there is one. I didn't put it on the map yet. Down at the lower end, there is a place just past the canyon where the water kind of pools. So there's a little lake down near the
Did
where
we
the
lose
where the
Drifter?
where the river leaves the hex. What's that?
Did we lose Drifter?
No, I'm
He
here.
he's here.
Oh, how come I can't?
I'm here.
I go
Can you hear me
right
okay?
like that.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, yeah, about that size. Yep, right there, exactly. There you
Is
go.
the river like surrounded by mountains, or the river is like opened up?
Up above, up here.
There's like two waterfalls that
Yeah,
are now there in real life.
nice, nice. Also, the you put a thin layer. Ooh,
Oops,
it vanished.
my bad.
No. Along
Not
this,
got to it. Sorry.
yeah, not got to it. Along the eastern mountain range, you also want to put some foresting along the lower side of that mountain on your side. It's not
Somewhat.
forests.
Okay.
Hmm.
There you go.
No, this one.
There you go.
And down here.
Yeah, just down all the way down to the
Okay.
gate. There you go. There you go. That's about it. Yeah, good. Alrighty. It's an open and airy kind of a forest. There's not a lot of bracken, not a lot of underbrush because it's older. It hasn't burned in a long time, so the underbrush under the trees has since died off because of the different chemicals that the trees put out that act as herbicides, killing off competitive plants.
Okay.
And so by evening, you've made it up to the water. and you cut
So
across. So
where were those sheep?
just put a couple of them out there in the middle of the grassland. Yeah, couple.
Those are actually a cluster of village houses, but if I make them really small,
They work fine.
work for sheep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and so you might want to put just some kind of a fish icon indicating that the fishing above the fjord is just trout. There's not much beyond that. And then down below at the lake, there'll be other kinds of fishing, but we're not down there yet.
So fishing up there, right?
Yeah, you're a funny guy. You'll
Okay.
find you'll find Palin that Travis's character has a thing for water. Actually, Travis has a deal with water.
That's
Up-
cool.
It's not
above the
sea,
ford,
though.
Yeah,
right there.
yeah, that works. Again, it's the kind of place that feels more like a sport fisherman would enjoy it. You couldn't commercially fish it. You'd run out of fish way too fast. So it's not going to be a source of revenue there.
Oh.
We can make the river deeper.
But you basically assayed that part by the time the sunset occurs, and you got to set up your base camp. So I can see poor Tiara going over to her wagon that is her palisade and trying to figure out how to set this thing up.
Pavilion.
Yeah, looking at the sticks, how they go together.
Does
This
anybody
is why you
know?
should have hired help.
Does anybody know how to set this up?
No.
Actually, Severus, you have had some experience having been part of an earlier campaign. So, can you help her set up the pavilion?
How
Set up the
the
pavilion.
What do you mean?
Tent.
To
It's a
gather the
Her tent. She just needs help setting up her tent.
Hmm.
So,
Guys, I gotta go.
all right. See you later.
Thank you, everyone.
Yep. Thanks for playing.
you.
Who was that? Beatrix or Chad? Okay.
That answer your question?
I don't know. I'm off on Discord, not on.
Yeah, I'm on. I'm on.
Seven.
Don't worry. It's all good.
Yeah.
Right.
That was Drifter that had to back out. Palon has disappeared. He's left us all alone to fend for ourselves.
Yep. There he went. But he's playing from back east, so I can totally understand that. We're right towards the end of his dinner time. He's got to feed his kids and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Okay, so you set up your pavilion. You're surprised at how roomy it is because it's got enough room for probably 10 people, 20 people to sleep in there with you.
Yeah.
It took almost an hour to set up.
Let's have like a bomb. Let's put a bonfire in the middle. So,
You could actually have a fire pit in the middle because it does have that double canvas roofing to allow the venting. So yeah.
Okay. So she sets up a fire in there, a small one.
do we have alarm or it's only do clerics have alarm on their tents? I mean their skills. Okay.
no, they don't.
Oh.
Okay, so during the night you do hear yeah, you would hear a mewling sound, a little purring sound coming from outside the camp.
Is it cats? Do you got cats? Wait, that sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, it sounds
So
like
I-
sounds like a cat, and the fish goes, "Oh, that's a bad idea."
Well, I agree with cats. It's just, I mean, like, okay, in the meta,
Yeah,
I'm thinking of those big cats that ate all the stuff.
yep. You're right, but that's far from here. That you ran into him before, and that was a different character. So at this point, all you
Yeah.
hear is the purring sound.
Alright.
Go looking outside.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Limping towards the camp is a six-legged kitten. Maybe
Ah, ah!
maybe 2 pounds.
That's not.
It's limping on its one of its middle pair of legs is seems to be gimping, so it's walking very crippled and mewling. Wee, wee.
Travis, what is that?
You asking me?
Yeah. Well, okay. Wait a moment. Alabaster. What is that?
That is deaf.
I think Alabaster might know what this is.
There's a chance. Go ahead and give an intelligence check.
I would think the fish people would know what this is since they're probably freaked
We're
out
no,
by this.
we're far from your realm, fishy cat.
Oh, okay.
You're a coastal creature.
Okay.
16.
16. You're familiar with the concept of a bear cat, so yeah, you know it's a bear cat of some sort.
Oh, it's a monster of some kind. Little baby one.
It's it's
I would.
cute.
I would.
It's terribly cute with it's acting wounded, and I mean it's clearly gimping along. Looks like it probably hasn't eaten in days.
Should we kill it?
Well,
I was gonna heal it.
No,
well,
why?
let's not do
It's a
anything.
monster.
Oh, she uses divine sense.
It's
It'll
an
either-
animal. It will not. You'll not pick up anything because that only picks up. Remember the primary fey or outsider
It's
stuff. Remember.
just an animal. It
Why? It's
I
still a
sense
horrible monster.
you got the thing is tiny.
Yep.
How
Doesn't
big
stop
is it, John?
growing.
Less
2
than
pounds.
just a little over 2 pounds. A little bitty thing.
Can we have a scout to scout the area?
You have a
Or did
ranger.
our-
Ranger, go ahead and make your check. DC 16 with advantage, which means you roll. Oh, he left, didn't he? Doggone it.
Yep.
What a disadvantage.
He's clearly
well,
out checking the area.
He's out right now checking the area. He'll be the one who comes back and says, "Whatever you do," dot dot dot.
Did you find any more of these out there?
He's not here. He left. He's
Ah,
actually
fine.
out looking right now.
Um, Dude, are they not are the species of the parent are the parents very protective of their kids?
You don't know. This is the first one of these you've experienced.
No, I'm asking not. I'm asking not because he.
Oh, they're some form of bear cat, so it's gonna be pretty huge and terrible. You won't want to mess with their kittens either way.
And it's hurt right now.
Bearcat would translate also to Wolverine, Badger. They all tend to be of unpleasant demeanor and usually pretty defensive. But this little thing doesn't look hardly harmless at all. You can see it's got sharp teeth, so it is a carnivore.
Now with a healing, I can do it within 30 feet, so it doesn't. I don't have to let it approach.
Well, it's
No,
not.
I think you have to touch.
Let's not do it.
I think
Somebody-
Unless she's using healing word, then healing word is. But yeah, I'm pretty sure a real heal is a touch.
I think they're all the range.
Then
is
I'll
touch.
use healing word as a range touch.
Is this going to be your new pet, the guardian of the
Okay.
Do you have that, Gene?
No, probably not. I'm only first level cleric. I'd only
First
have.
But a
level? How
divine-
do you-
Look, stop. A divine soul sorcerer gets both cleric spells and
Ah,
sorcerer spells. So I don't know why you took cleric to begin with, but
For the ritual. She wanted to be able to do ritual specifically so that
cleric
she could open
cleric
the gate.
cleric can do rituals to begin with.
I know, but
I
I
mean-
don't think sorcerers can.
no.
I think they can if it's in their spell list. They can.
Anyway,
There's no need to multi-class in 5th edition on this one, but whatever.
Especially with Divine Soul, that was the way it was designed.
I think it's just so we can all be clerics.
Exactly. So we're all one big happy church.
Yeah, well, of different religions. But yes,
Of course.
happy and church don't always go along together very well.
You just want to eventually be able to build the Hagia Sophia. I know.
Sorry for your
Secret
church.
plan to build a relic, isn't it, Travis?
It's they're Hagia Sophia. Come on, I want the Venetian Arsenal. I want Alhambra. I want my hanging gardens.
You want your hanging gardens? We already know where they are. They're not that far away. They're just a couple
Let me-
hexes from here.
Let me find out what I can use.
For what?
You
I'll-
put a sailing ship in there. Is that what you were gonna do, Travis? That's very funny.
No, I'm looking for something else.
I know, but I saw you pick up the sailing ship. It's like, yeah, that. Put that on your river. Little tiny paper version of it. I'll fold it up. Anyway, Gene, even if you did heal it at range, you'll notice that it doesn't stop limping.
Then it's
Yeah.
a trick.
Ah, yes. They're
Oh.
right smart people. Them cats are.
Once you guys have taken notice of it, it'll pad towards you. Just come running towards you like it's happy to see you. It's still limping.
Nope.
What-
Nope. Someone
Uh,
kill it. I'm taking out. Oh wait, I have my axe. Taking out my axe.
So
I killed it.
Fishy Cat is approaching the cat with an axe.
Fiery axe.
Little animals looking up charmingly, going. Wee, wee.
Remember, his axe is glowing with blue flame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it should be talking to me now, right? Do they not? Oh,
Babe.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Hey, you.
Hey,
You don't look much like a dwarf.
I'm not. I'm a fish. Who's talking?
What's a fish?
I am a proud warrior species that believes in eating shrimp.
Oh, okay.
Okay, do you know what this is right here? I'm gonna place the
The axe goes.
thing.
What do you mean? It's a piece of meat.
Yes. Do you see any more pieces of meat by chance? Wait, is it? Can I see further away with the axe? Because it's like radiant. Or
It
is this
gives you
just-
light. Gives you light as a torch at night.
Okay. Do I see any other creatures of the same around me?
With it in your hand, you can see the glistening of a few more pairs of eyes in the underbrush.
Not, Sarah.
Oh, I told you they were dangerous.
What do we do? What do we do?
Kill it.
Kill it? Alright. Wait. Should I kill it or should you kill it?
I think you should punt it off into the grass.
Yeah,
Alright.
just use the flat of the axe and send it
Oh
sailing.
no, wouldn't this hurt it? Because it's an abnormality? It would be bad.
Well, it's cute as a button. It's awful hard to swing an axe at it, really.
And it's awful hard to hit.
Why is that hard to hit? It's wobbling.
It's tiny. It's just that it's tiny.
You just push it down against.
It might not really be tiny. We don't know what they can do, and I'm confused.
Oh, now you're scared of it.
I'm confused. I want to heal it and make it better. And
It's lying
Well-
to you, dummy.
You did the healing on it, and it's still limping.
yeah,
Of course, you do know that unless you go to a restoration spell, it doesn't fix broken bones and such anyway. So you wouldn't have expected.
Well,
it
a
to fix
heal
the bones.
would.
Yes, but she didn't heal. She didn't use heal because she doesn't have the. She was only going to want to use a minimalist thing. She was doing healing word, which is like minimal damage repaired.
I don't
wait.
have heal yet.
Command, there
Yes,
you go.
you
At
do.
the 5th level, heal.
No, it is not.
Heal?
Stop
You're
back.
thinking of Pathfinder. Stop.
I'm gonna use command on it and tell it to go back. To
You tell it to run. It runs. It bolts away.
and
Heal.
Heal is not a spell in D&D.
No, it's
What
cure,
is it called?
Cure
Cure
wounds,
wounds.
wounds.
Cure wounds.
and it's level. I think it's level 1.
It is.
Okay, that's all I can think of.
Okay, so
What
you,
is the
you
high
kicked it
level
away.
heal for a cleric?
Cure
commanded it
critical
away.
wounds or revive or even better than that.
Revivify or
Revivify is only a 3rd level spell
right,
Yeah.
and that brings people back clear from the dead
within a few minutes.
Within a few minutes. Anyway, after you've booted it away, you hear more of the calls. Wee, wee, and now there's
I
like
didn't
five or
boot
six.
it. I commanded it away.
Right. So as it ran away, there's 5 or 6 more that come out of the woods, a little bit larger than that one. They seem healthy, but again, they're cute as buttons, and they're just padding towards you.
How many times can I use commands?
Well, it's a level 1 spell, so how many spell slots you got?
I'm level. What level are we, guys? Well,
Not high enough for that.
all right. Get in defense formation, I guess. 'Cause we're gonna be fighting.
Okay, so
Fine.
they'll come up. They'll come up to where you are. They'll pad up there, and try to brush up against you,
Nope.
like
Nope.
like a
Nope.
cat would. They just want to.
Nope.
A couple of them will start to like wrestle with each other playfully out in front of you, just tussling a bit.
Survey our surroundings.
Alabaster is going to use thaumaturgy
Okay.
to make his voice like a clap of thunder.
Yep.
And he's going to do an intimidate.
Okay.
Get out of here, you wee ugly little freaks!
Of course, you scream at them, and what's the DC on your save on that?
It's not a save; it's a intimidate check. So,
Oh, okay.
but it's
No, they'll bolt away. No, that's yeah, they'll back off.
You're a lifesaver. Not.
Does anybody know how large they get? Because those seems young.
Aye, they are.
Up in the hills above you, you hear wee wee.
Oh, it's okay.
I
I
guess
thought
we're gonna have to.
that's only half the call, John.
I know, because
1/3 of the call.
Yeah, I know.
Sure.
Yeah. Wait till they don't do that until they find food. So
Okay.
they're plaintive cries. Wee. Wee.
So I guess we're gonna have to kill these things off and get some hunters.
Oh, it gets to be annoying like crickets. You know, just hear it in the background. Wee wee wee. But you realize from the number of calls that there's probably close to 50 of them up there.
Are we gonna have to get like some people to hunt these things down? Question.
That you might want to do.
Oh.
Well, the first look nice.
There's bound to be some hunters amongst those displaced and
I feel like we're gonna need an
Sandra.
army.
Aye, they are. There were mostly the people that were hunting the Grolem.
Okay, so about an hour after sunset, who's got the first watch?
I thought.
I do.
Did our guy ever come back? The NPC of.
He hasn't. He has the player isn't going to be back right now. So
It says stream.
We do
fog.
have Severus. He's a fighter.
Travis just closed his window. That's all. Minimize his window. We're
Oh,
not looking
sorry.
at the map. No, it's okay. Just wasn't looking at the map. That's all.
Yeah, I'll make it smaller so I can look back at your smiling faces.
I'm fine.
That's
There
what
you
I was getting ready to do. I'm the only smiling face, but yeah. All right, so
For anyone in the stream, I'll be posting this in the Discord.
yay.
It's sanctuary.
So the
Damn it, know your spells.
who's on?
I'm reading them.
Since your ranger's not there, who's your first person on watch?
Me, because I'll need. Oh, I can meditate, can I? Or no?
You're not an elf.
I'm not an elf.
Just have to.
Well, sort of an elf.
You're not an elf.
Learn your character.
You're an Azamar. You are from another plane.
Okay.
So you do.
I know
still have to
who
say-
I know who can give watch and like grab a babe and he's, like place it there and like there you go, watch this place for us.
So you
And
tell
look me up.
you're telling Severus to watch. Severus, are you here with us?
Yes.
All right. So you have the first watch.
I know. I'm also placing the axe down in the open area.
It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't
you
work like
idiot.
that. If you're not touching it, you can't talk to it.
Oh. So I got to color it. Okay.
I think it does come back to him if he throws it, but other than that.
Yes, it does. It does return if he misses. If
How
he
come it
hits,
shows us all muted?
because
You're in Discord.
You're muted
We're
in
in
Discord.
Zoom.
So we're in Zoom now, talking. You don't want to have both of them on because you'll hear yourself echo. So just leave it as it is, and that's fine. Uh, anyway, the about the middle of the night, your tongue picks up the sensation of cinnamon in the air.
Oh no.
Ooh. Why is that no
Nice.
no? I'm so confused.
Because I'm trying to show you the value of the valley. Think of what you think about what I'm about to
There's
introduce.
there's scary things in the world.
Yes,
You can't just go off killing everything because it'll kill you back.
that's right.
Well, yeah, but what does
But
cinnamon have to
anyway,
do with cinnamon
adding to the
you?
cinnamon, you also get a bit of a hazelnut aroma.
Oh god.
Hmm. I'm
Uh,
getting hungry now.
is there a smell of bacon too?
Nope. Nice. No, no bacon anyway. There is bacon, but it's farther away. Good point. Good point. Somewhere up the valley, there is some bacon right now being fried. But no, you're the light of the campfire glints against the moon-like eyes of some form of rabbit out there in the field.
Is it what I think it is?
It is. Now shut up.
Legends?
Quiet.
Shut your
I don't
dirty
even
mouth,
know
you
what
stupid
we're
fish.
I don't even know what. I'm so confused with what he thinks it is. Cause I've got no clue what it
Okay,
is.
but
Stop
anyway,
talking and listen.
so the interesting thing about the rabbit is that he's large for a rabbit. He's more like a hare size, but he's filled in. He's fleshed out. He looks like he eats really well.
He's a chonkers.
He's a chunkers of a bunny. But more than that, he's got a pair of horns that arch back over the top of his head, and each of the horns has edges, almost like the points of a star, stretching back over its head. Cute little thing.
I vote that we kill it.
Well,
Cause
you're by
that doesn't
yourself.
sound
You're on watch. Everyone else is asleep.
Oh, shoot. Should I wake him up?
You tell me. It's just a rabbit.
It's just a cute furry rabbit.
If you want to wake somebody up because you don't know, go ahead.
While you're
I'm gonna
watching,
wake-
If you're 50.
guys, while you're watching, it does what animals will do, and it defecates. And as it hops away from its defecation, there's a little white poof of something left where it had been. Maybe inch and a half tall fluff of something.
Is it an egg?
No, no. From here, you can't quite make out what it is. You have to get closer.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go closer. I'm gonna go check out what the hell it is.
Okay, so you walk towards it. It'll scamper. It'll scamper back a few steps, but it looks at you with one of its unblinking eyes and watches as you approach. Are you going towards it or towards the place where it defecated?
The place where it defecated.
Okay, the aroma of cinnamon and stuff is much more strong as you approach
A poop pile.
and it's got a creamy like consistency, even to the point of having little peaks like
Whipped
a
cream.
dollop of whipping cream or something.
Let me reach down and put my finger in and smell it. I don't know. To see if there's
You lean in
anything
closer
inside.
to smell it. It's
Yeah.
the smell of the cinnamon stuff and hazelnut definitely is coming from that area, but it's the consistency of it. It looks like it has like little sprinkles on it.
It's the Easter Bunny.
It's not an egg.
Give it a taste.
Screw you, I'm gonna taste it. Like,
You're a
pizza.
snake. Of course, what you do is put your face down close, and your little tongue's going to reach out. It is whipped cream.
That's kind of weird.
Nice.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go up to the bunny and I'm gonna see what the hell that thing is.
Well, Bunny's still sitting there looking at you.
Yeah.
When you turn to look at it, it acts like it's going to bolt. You know, it tenses up all of its muscles, but it hasn't taken off yet.
See, I'm trying to think of why I've been a bow, because a bow I might just put a bone and arrow through its foot.
Okay, so
So then
you pull out your bow, and as you stretch the bowstring, it'll take off. It's heard that sound before. and takes off shooting away from you. If you want to take a shot at it, go ahead. DC 19 because it's so fast.
That should be difficult. I'm gonna try.
Okay,
Do I use my dexterity modifier or no?
say that again.
Do I add my dexterity modifier to it?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, if you're using a bow.
Oh, cool. Thought so.
Your dex mod and your proficiency bonus.
Thought so. Okay.
Do you know what your proficiency bonus is?
Oh, somebody don't have the road check it that.
2. Everybody starts at 2.
15 plus.
2.
What's your dex mod?
See, my dex mod is wait for it to load. It is a +1. That'd be
Oh,
18.
so close. You got an 18. And the arrow hits the
Yeah.
ground near where it was. When it took
Use
off,
your name tag.
When it-
Use
yeah.
your name tag.
you can
No,
actually
it's not worth it. Is
you can,
it?
you can choose to do that. If you want to use your name tag, you just add a question mark after serpentine so we know that you used it, and then you got to re-roll.
Okay.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Just do you want to re-roll or not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
you
reroll.
don't-
Yeah,
Okay.
you get one re-roll
You
per
get
game.
one
that's
re-roll
it.
per game session. So
Okay.
You might want to save it for something more important.
we got only an hour left, Gene. I don't know. I think it's fine.
Let him
Yeah,
use it. It's
But
fine.
he gets to do what he wants. So.
Oh, I mean, that's really
He's
important.
a horrible person, and that's fine.
What'd you roll?
I'm trying to roll it. There we are. It's 17 again.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Just
Jesus.
miss. Just
Wait,
miss.
you rolled a 17?
No, I rolled a 15 with the +2, 17. +1 for his dex is 18.
Well, no, when I rolled a 17. Like,
Oh, this
roll
time you rolled a
oh,
17. So 17 +2 +1. Yep, you shoot it. The animal squeals, rolls over. It's got an arrow sticking out of it. Its plaintive cry has got a chance to wake everybody else up. It's a DC 19 to wake up. It's not much of a chance because he's far from camp, but
Yeah.
No,
Natural 20. That's
Not
funny.
Alabaster does
Natural
not.
20.
okay. So
I
just
don't
Natural
even-
20.
so only
Nope.
only Fishy Cat then. Fishy Cat wakes up with a more than likely because he's worried about the cats being out there. So you hear this horrible, painful yelp.
and
Ah!
rabbits scream like babies.
I grab my axe, kick everybody else to wake up. Wake up! They're back!
Okay.
And I run out.
Okay,
Swinging my sword in the
okay, calm down. When you run outside, your the person who's supposed to be on watch is nowhere to be seen.
Oh my god, they take him! They took him!
Okay, you're over there by the rabbit now, Severus. It's scrabbling to move away, but the arrow is through its haunch, and it's not able to move very fast.
I'm gonna just like walk up to it because it was not moving that fast. My walking speed would probably be faster, which is a 30. I probably try to like run up to it, try to stop it from running away and all.
It didn't
and-
run. I told you it's shot. It can't run. So you catch up with it. It's scrabbling to get away, and it looks up at you. Make a wisdom save.
Is them safe?
Mhm.
You want to like go back into my days again?
DC on the save is a 13.
Oh, well, I got a 17 still on the dice, so.
17 on the die. Therefore, you
Sorry,
save.
15.
You save. The creature looks up at you, and you hear a voice in your head say, "Please, please don't kill me."
What are you? That's what I asked the rabbit.
What am I? I'm Fiver. I'm a Starbuck.
Would you like to become a pet?
What? Get no. Oh, liberty, freedom. No. Pet? Oh, no. Get this arrow out of me. Ow. If you're not going to kill me, at least take your arrow back, please.
If you want to be a pet, I will
Ah,
lick you back.
no. God.
Is that how you give him dinner?
I'd rather be a meal for wolves than anyone's captive.
Okay. Stab. I killed
No,
it.
Okay, you stab it.
no.
The animal howls, and poor fishy cat. You hear the scream of death.
I run. I'm running. I'm running to the sound
Okay, you see him field dressing a rabbit with horns.
with horns. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this?
Demon rabbit.
What did you do?
Demon rabbit. I'm gonna eat
Do I
it
have?
now. I'm a snake, so I'll eat the
I'm using Spare
rabbit.
to Dying. I'm
He's
using Spare
he's
to Dying.
he's oh no, he's already gutted it and is skinning it.
Yeah.
Can't spare
I'm
the
not
dying.
gonna skin it. I'm just gonna eat it whole. I'm a snake. I might
No.
as well.
Oh, there is that. That's right. But
Yeah.
you got the horns to deal with. You're gonna try to eat it
Just
with the
give me,
horns.
I'm
give me
gonna
the
eat
horns,
horns
please.
off first.
Okay,
With
so
my
when you go to
sword.
pull those horns off, you think, well, this is a small animal. This shouldn't be hard. But you actually have to crack the skull to get those horns off. And when you
Oh.
do, they shatter. They break into little pieces. They don't stay whole. So now you basically a rabbit and a whole bunch of little broken pieces of bone.
Cut off the broken bone area of the head and all.
So as you
And then
as,
eat
so
the
as you
rest.
come up, fishy cat, he's actually lifted the rabbit hole over his head and is lowering it down into his expanding jaw.
Yes.
You didn't have to do
See, you're
It's
laughing
very
right now,
noisy
but
before
you did an ungood thing, by the way.
Well, I'm the neutral evil character. Of course I did.
No, okay, stop,
No,
stop. Characters don't play evil in my game.
You know?
I don't. No, because that's what my bad guys are for. You can't play. You don't play in alignment anyway.
Oh.
The act you did is evil. Don't get me wrong. You are
Yes.
right. The thing you did was evil, killing a sentient being, something that was actually talking with you. You killed it without provocation. But that's for me to judge, not for you as a player to judge. So you
Okay.
shouldn't be playing intentionally trying to be that.
Okay.
I won't be able to let you play if that's the position that you take, that you want to do bad things. I just don't do that. That's not what we're here
Okay.
for. We're the heroes. We're the good guys. All right. We joke
Okay.
sometimes about somebody being a bad guy, but that's only in the meta. We're not talking about it in the game. But yeah,
Okay.
but again, for you in this story, you should be, you're thinking that it's perfectly fine to eat a rabbit. You'll learn different. So as you come up, fishy cat, you see him eating the rabbit.
that. And then do I know what it is
No,
because of
because
the horns?
no, because he broke the horns up. But you
Well,
do,
do I
he's-
see anything
but
on
you
the
still
ground?
smell. You do still smell the cinnamon and hazelnut, and know that they're in the area. It's pretty obvious what he did.
You son of a bitch.
Language.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
that was
We're still
that
on
was.
stream.
Do you know what you
Uh,
kill? Do you know what you killed?
Not really.
Then why didn't you wake us up?
I don't know.
You laughing, but this creature is like rare, beyond rare,
It
beyond
is.
rare.
It
You
is.
just destroyed something we're not even know if we're gonna ever get to see again. It might have been the last of its species too, by the way.
Crap.
So you just killed. I'm guessing. Did it have horns like a star shape?
Yes.
Yeah. Did it smell wonderful and then poop whipped cream?
Yes.
Well, congrats. You just ate something that no one else really gets to see. I hope it tastes great. And I walk away.
Well, tell him what it
Yeah.
was. You haven't told him what it is yet. Well, he
All
actually
right.
told him.
he
But,
doesn't deserve to know.
oh,
This
nice.
is a nickel.
Okay.
Go
I
ask,
feel so
go
bad
ask,
now.
go ask
I feel so
the people
bad.
that live here. Go ask the people in the cave what you just ate. I bet they'll love to know. I walk
The
away.
know.
Okay. On the positive side, it was it was plump enough that it was a satisfying meal. So you probably won't have to eat for a couple of days. So
Okay.
You know what? I'm
It's so
picking up the
sad.
damn broken horns. He doesn't deserve this.
They shattered in the
They
dust.
shattered. It's in yeah.
Into
Very
dust.
bad.
It's just little tiny
That's
chunks now. You can't even make out the star shape anymore.
okay. Cool. I'm going back. I'm going back to bed. You protect since you have such a wonderful meal. I guess you. There's no reason for you to go to sleep and just protect us the rest of the night. And if you know what, if you smell cinnamon again and it's a woman laughing, go and talk to her. And walk away. Alright, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm going to sleep. Good night.
Who's next on
Really?
watch?
He is.
It's going to take a second. He'll basically serve out the rest of the watch. There's nothing of note. So when you do transition to watch, who's going to take the next one? Who are you going to wake up?
Well, I don't know what the cleric needs. You pray in the
Clerics
morning.
don't need. Okay, Gene. As a divine soul sorcerer, you have to get 8 hours. As long as you've gotten 8 hours, you're good. This is actually into
Well,
the third watch, so therefore you've already had more than an ample sleep, so you could take a watch.
okay. I usually take morning and
It
do.
depends on who he wakes up, so let him play.
Yeah, I'll wake up Tiara.
Okay.
There will
And
be
it
a
just,
little note on your bed.
No,
or
you
your,
didn't. No, you didn't, Mr. Cat.
that's fine.
Can't retro that kind of stuff. Nope, we're not doing that.
Oh,
We're
yes,
not doing
sir.
that. So,
Alright.
any more cats around?
Yeah.
Yes. Any more cats coming into
Yeah.
camp?
you can still hear them wee wee up in the mountains. You don't,
Oh.
So
Yes,
no,
it is distant.
no other disturbances, right? No things that go bump in the night. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, TR's on watch. You hear the call of the kitty cats again, and what looks like it might be actually the same one comes wandering towards camp again.
She uses command and sends it off. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Stay away.
Well, you can't. Command is just one word. Just go.
Yeah, one
And
word.
it takes off
Go.
running.
Yeah.
So it's morning is breaking. Got to start taking that.
Pause, real quick. I have a
Sure.
point to make.
Sure.
Let it be known that role play is stronger than playing by the book. Because I did better with a cantrip and role playing it than just trying to use a spell to force it to happen.
Hmm.
Just want people to think about that. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All my
inspiring.
cantrips that do damage do damage.
I didn't use his damaging cantrip. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For a lesson for people.
Yeah. Just something to learn. Take into account. And it's more for the
All
newer
right.
players than for Eugene. Anyway, so all right. So breaking camp and your scout still hasn't returned.
Whoa.
Well, you know the map. You've got the area kind of figured out. So what do you guys
Yeah.
want?
Continue on.
What? We should probably go look for a scout.
No.
No, he's a scout. He already goes where he goes. It's up to him.
Right.
It's not like we have any necessarily loyalty to him, but he is a nice fellow, and I'd like to see him back.
Yep. But
But
you
I'm
can.
sure he's around.
Don't
All
worry.
right. So you cross the fjords here. The water is cold, and try as you might, I don't care what kind of boots you got, that you're gonna get wet crossing this place. It's
But I got airwalks.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
Shut up.
yeah.
Wrong character.
Right. He knows that. Anyway, so yeah, you're gonna get wet probably up to about mid thigh. So it's downright chilly water coming down out of that mountains. But
That feels good.
yeah, it
Oh.
does. I'm sure it probably does. Later
He's
in the
probably
day.
swimming around in it in the.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Do I see any salmon or anything or?
Oh yeah, you would see them in the water. You'd be able to see them in different places. It's pretty fertile. Like I said, it'd be great for fishing, but it wouldn't be you couldn't go commercial on it. There's not enough fish for that.
Use your psionic powers to summon your friends from the deep.
Well, I was gonna go eat one, but yeah, sure. It was like,
Come, my fishy friends.
oh yeah, I could use command and command it come to
I'm
me.
just kidding.
I know, I'm making a joke to you. That's the closest you can
You're the
do with saying it.
Aquaman of this justice, friends.
Exactly. Well, he's going to come walking back holding the bones because, of course, that's the trope. If he goes and eats a fish, he's got with the head and the tail still connected, but all the fish, all the bone, all the flesh is off of it.
Yep. Yep.
Satisfying
Oh,
breakfast. Raw fish, sushi. Yummy.
Could you get another one for us so we can fry for breakfast?
I could, I
Would you
guess.
please?
All right.
So
You
you
could have told me beforehand.
that's okay. So you chase back in and get some more fish.
Alabaster destroys 10 gallons of water in front of him just to see
You
what happens.
leave it, and I create 10 gallons of water in front of him.
Nice, nice. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll fill it up, and then he goes, yeah, but that's a ritual. So
That's against the wrong. That's. You're pushing the line, buddy. Pushing the line. He like screams and jumps
Yeah.
back, like a girl that saw a spider.
Exactly. What did you do? What are you doing?
That's crossing the line.
Leave the fishies alone. They don't. This is not salt water. Don't do that to the ocean, not to the water here.
Ah, you're right. Either way, just a joke. You took it too far.
And just see the two of you dueling rituals. Every 10 minutes, one of you is filling a bucket, and 10 minutes later, the other one's dumping it. It's my water. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Now we're playing.
I feel like this is gonna be like a ritual in the city where like there's gonna be water
Yes,
wars.
we're gonna be on opposite sides of the river. We're gonna be deleting it. You're gonna be filling it back up, so it's null and void. Nothing is happening.
Nothing is happening, and therefore Alabaster's still going to be happy. All right, so you're into that upper quadrant. Could you nudge the map for me, Travis? Because I'm just looking at
Oh,
the
sorry.
Hey
cap.
guys, I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Sorry, I dropped a dice and I'm looking around on the
No worries. No worries.
ground for it.
When you cross into that next quadrant, the feel of the land changes somewhat. There's a bit of a stiffer breeze coming down the pass along the mountains here, and so the grasses are taller. There are a couple of other groups of animals here. One of them is again the springbok, the ones with the long pointed horns, but the other group are more like musk oxen, and they're up next to the mountains. And they're very shaggy, lots and lots of fur, the very thing that you were talking about. And that breed, while it wouldn't be domesticatable, it certainly could be harvested periodically. As a matter of fact, the herd here probably numbers close to 1,000, so there's probably enough to do some commercial trapping or hunting of these things.
We'll need some goat herds, right?
Yeah.
Call Gaunt.
Might need some druids to keep them quiet enough so they can just be sheared.
Yeah, you could do it if you had some druidic assistant. I don't know that TR would necessarily know that though,
No,
being
she
from
wouldn't.
another world, but others might think of that.
Druids are nice. They have good ways with animals.
Hmm. And the other thing here is that you do find footprints of something bigger than a grolem. These four-toed clawed footprints, larger than a man's foot, maybe by half again. So, a la Bigfoot. And from where it passed near some trees and stuff, there's some thick matted hair, suggesting that the
Oh
creature.
God, that's terrifying. I'm underneath my desk and I have a glass desk.
Uh-huh.
Looking up through the bottom of a glass desk onto a really, really messy desk with like little bits of trash and junk all over it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's horrifying.
It's like looking through the ocean and seeing all the flotsam on the surface.
No, that's a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother brand of F off. Hey, that's where the gold coins went.
There you go. Now you found them.
I can see where they are. I don't know if I can dig to them, but
Nice.
they're there.
Now you know where they are.
All
So,
right.
so anyway, the prints indicate that the creature must be uh, following the musk oxen herd because of the markings and such indicate that it's uh, been up and down this valley a few times, more than
Any
likely.
idea what it is?
I just described what you know of it:
Big.
oversized, big feet, fur, clawed toes.
How many toes?
4.
4 toes. I will look for anything with 4 toes. Alabaster takes off his one shoe.
Fishy cat looks down. Nope, you're good. I got 5. We're good.
Are we counting the big toe or not?
Not,
Or not?
not.
Right-o. Let's get
um,
going. Keep our ears open.
okay, so that's up next to the mountains. As you turn and head towards the hills, in that open area, there's looks like the remains of a village. Looks like the buildings burned down quite some time ago. It's just the foundation, and even it's grown over with grasses.
Must have once been a decent spot for a village.
Yep.
Undoubtedly it once was, but now it's right and burned up.
No.
So sad. So
I think I
sad.
have a burned village in here somewhere.
While you're
The
looking.
first signs of ever having a habitation so far that we found.
Okay, I'm back.
Take a look at the foundation. Are they like oversized, like they were a Tamakian village?
Nope. Nope.
More.
Looks more like 4 or 5 houses built on rock foundations where they actually brought in flagstones and put down a floor for them.
Oh, cool. So, like,
There's
what did we find?
there's even stones suggesting there might have been a fence line around the whole of the property, but it's not big enough to have been a wall.
Okay.
So it's like a
There
crumbled
you
down
go.
house.
What was
It's
that?
only,
What was that, Steven?
is it? So is what they found is a crumbled down house. Or something?
Burned down house.
Burned down,
Houses.
burned down
Village.
house. All that's left is just the foundation stones and the foundation stones and the remains of burned wood. But the wood burned so long ago that it's really wasted away to nothing. It's just the
See,
foundations.
look, I did have a burned hut.
I see that.
Could this be where the Tramakians lived before?
That was what Gene asked, and no, these are smaller. These are human-sized facilities.
Is the burn recent?
No.
Is there any like what's it called? Relics or anything?
Well, you could probably dig around if you want to and find a few coins, like 10, 12
Oh.
coppers.
Yeah, I could I'll do that, but I was like thinking more like a sign that like read anything. Or,
Nope.
Remnants.
No.
Any?
Yeah,
Yep, nothing. Nothing.
I'll take the copper.
Is that your cows? You found your cows? Is that what those are?
No, those are half burned down, up
Okay.
on pegs.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do not want.
What was that?
Nothing.
No, that's for you. The As you head towards the hills, you'll hear a baying sound, like wolves or large dogs up in those hills.
I'm guessing that they're getting eaten by the bears that we met.
Oh, no, remember the bears are up in the mountains. This is down towards those hills.
We got a lot of wildlife here. It's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah,
Changing the scale a little bit.
yeah.
Fixing the scale, I should say.
So I was like thinking, like in the meta, like we can like build a, you know, those that the like olden times in Rome where they had like a giant, like
Aqueduct.
yeah. But I was wondering if we're allowed to use from our from in real life to make aqueducts, or is that like?
Yeah.
What do you need it for?
Well, you could build irrigation. I mean,
There's a
you,
river going all the way through the place. That's
Yes, but
literally.
We could bring water to all our land.
well, you don't even
That's-
know. There's more than likely, if there's this much water in the river, there's more than likely
Well,
a
tributaries.
decent water table. So digging for a well wouldn't be difficult. You know, historically they would dig artisan wells, big holes in the ground where the water just would collect. So, yeah, more than likely you can find a well, anywhere you want to put it. Anyway, the sound of the animals is kind of forlorn. It's not necessarily aggressive, not like they're hunting. Instead, more like they're calling.
Or mate or something? Mating sounds or something?
These the wolves, right?
Yeah, I said wolves. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You're gonna make your dog howl.
Yes. Um, but as you're heading up into the hills, um, the smell of what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Marsh, swampy smell is the areas between them are rather filled with water, so they must not have very good drainage.
That would have to be handled.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Why? Well, this ain't my section, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you can
Not
hear the
mine.
you can you'll actually see clouds of insects in places over the swampy areas and stuff like that. So swarms of all kinds of bad things might be there.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely for what's like what's Rex's character?
Birdie.
There's
Birdie. This is a perfect place for Birdie because whenever he wants to like help the local gangs and stuff, this is perfect. You have like a secret base.
Well, yep, and this would be all kind of boggy and hard to traverse and all of that. So yeah, that might be true. That might be what he would like about it because he probably can figure out where the high spots are and teach people a route of getting through there.
or they can be drained.
Or yeah, but
No,
if you don't want to, I'm just saying that's a to drain this kind of an area would be a major undertaking. You're talking about shifting Earth over a pretty big expanse. It also suggests that this land might be lower into that is actually elevationally lower than the rest of the valley, and that's evidenced by even just a short trip into the bogs. You pretty soon even lose sight of even the tower, which is more prominent on this side. Oh, that's kind of a cool look. It's kind of a nice effect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is like tapping really quickly to just do little
Right, little dobs of blue in there.
specks.
Yep.
And so it's slice mottled green and
Yep, it's good. I think I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't do much more. That's about right. Alrighty. Once you obviously want to circle that. You won't necessarily want to enter that, but here you'll see more of those big footprints, suggesting that whatever you ran into before probably lives in this area. So
I guess we're gonna have to burn this down after all. Never mind.
there is something to hunt there.
Maybe we could put a giant wall.
So you're
around this
you're
place.
almost to the top of the hex by the time sunset once again gets to you.
In the meta, are we gonna have? Is there gonna be a? Okay, it's mainly a joke. No, I'm afraid you're probably gonna get it. We're gonna build a castle here. It's gonna collapse. We'll build another castle.
Nice. I'll give you the BP for that. That's very funny.
nice.
But the fourth one stayed up. This will all be yours. But I don't want land, Father.
I want to sing.
We'll have none of that here. But after, so you're camping just north of that. So you move your
So camping just north of it.
yeah. You just grab your old camp and
So we
just copy
passed
it.
through it?
You went
or
around
not?
it. You stayed
Okay.
out of it.
Good.
No, you wouldn't be one. You wouldn't be one to go in there without your ranger and your rogue.
We put like
Right
a
there.
hunting camp around there or something.
Yeah,
Except we have no rogue.
This is more to scale.
yeah. Just showing the scale of where, what you guys' camp reference to where you were before. So,
Okay.
and then he'll put the other camp back when he gets done with this one.
Yeah, I already got rid of the other one.
Yeah,
So that's where we're at as a camp wise.
this is where you're
Yeah.
camping right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why they were so close.
So when the sunset comes from those miles across the distance, you can see glow from the tower.
Let's go towards the tower. I feel safer over there.
I don't like that glow.
Yeah, it's kind of a blue purple.
Oh, well, it's better than the glows of the eyes of whatever we saw.
Here,
There.
different options for towers. Just tell me.
No,
when
I
you-
like the one that you got right now. The
Okay.
gaunt old destroyed one. That's fine.
There's one other one that it might be. Let me show you this one. Might be that one. I'm not sure.
No, it doesn't have the winged dragons on it. Nope.
Those are gargoyles.
Yeah, no. Nope.
Okay.
Mm.
This
Hey,
is a
look,
pretty
there's a
tower
tree.
though.
That is a pretty tower.
Gene, take note. You might want
How
this
about that
tower
one?
for
That
later.
might
one's
that
pretty
might
cool.
have been what it once looked like back in its pretty
Before, after.
days.
Cool. Yeah, I like that.
Not only that, the wolves. Surprisingly, the wolves go silent after dark.
Oh, that's disturbing.
It's a freak
Now
out.
all we hear is that weaker nonsense.
Nope, you're far from there too. Matter of fact, you would hear growls and pops and the sounds of a fog. I mean, of a bog. You know, the
Ugh.
whir of crickets, cicadas, and frogs. Occasionally, a
Right.
splash or a crack or a breaking of wood. That popping sound that crocodiles make just before they eat you.
Something like this, right?
Second.
Oh, the snake.
Yeah.
You can put that in the middle of the bog.
Not that big, but yeah. If there's one that big, we're really
You
in
don't
trouble.
know. You don't know it's not that big.
That's true. We haven't been there. We don't know.
But if you put it on the map, it makes it real.
Exactly. I totally understand.
If not, is gonna put something on the map. He has to go explore it himself.
Alrighty. And so, who's got first watch? Is Severus taking first watch again?
I'm gonna go. Oh no, I'll take first watch. I learned it from our mistakes.
Now it's just stuck on my mouse. I'm trying to get it off.
Yeah, get it off. Get it off.
Talking to Babe.
during
the
first
this time.
during first watch, you get that really uncomfortable feeling that somebody is looking at you.
I wag my booty at it, whatever the direction it is.
It's coming from the bog.
Bog and wagging my booty.
Really?
Yeah. But anyways, I'm holding my axe, of course. Hence the waving of the booty. I'm joking. That was a joke. Don't worry about that.
Okay. My babe's like, can we get it? Can we get it? I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Oh, you're making it much more pleasant than that dark brown, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sound far away.
Sorry, I sort of am. I moved away because the air conditioner keeps blowing the breaker, so I have to sit back here and kick it back on, and I've got to sit away from the fan as well, so I'm trying not to. But it's weird that I'm far away from the desk, but you say you think you can hear that I'm farther away. That seems strange because it's the same headset.
Oh, maybe it's just. Is this a wireless one?
Nope. Nope, it's definitely wired.
That's weird.
Alrighty, so
This is a lot beautiful. A lot
anyway,
beautiful.
the sounds of the bog continue, but that the feeling of somebody watching you can't seem to shake it. Even after it's dark and you're sitting next to the fire, you feel
Babe,
like
is that you? Is that you, babe?
babe goes what? I didn't say anything.
Are you looking at me?
I I don't have any eyes, dude. I'm an axe.
Well, okay. I'm just wondering. I'm gonna put up sanctuary around the tent or
No,
around the.
sanctuary is targeted on a person.
Oh, it's really? Oh, that's
Yep.
lame. Oh, well, never
Let me
mind.
actually check. I have it right here.
I'm pretty sure it's targeted to a person.
I think so too.
Gonna make it like a ritual or something.
You ward a creature within range against attack.
Yep. What it does is it makes that person less palatable as a target.
Yeah.
Hmm. I feel like sanctuary should be like a area.
Yeah, basically, if anyone wants to attack or hurt you, they have to make a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, they have to target someone else.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Back before, it was even more useful because it used to be that sanctuary would make a person as if they weren't there. A monster wouldn't even be able to see them. Similar to
That's
the way,
cool.
the Lord of the Rings ring sort of acted. That when you had it on, they didn't even know that you're in the room.
Why did they change that? That sounds super useful.
It was.
Because they changed the way magic works
It
in
was
general.
too useful.
Well,
Yep.
Peter, magic is useful. It's too useful. All right,
Yep.
cool.
Yep. So after a while, you hear a whooshing sound, like
I look up.
sounds like a tree branch swinging, like a almost like a tree swing. You know that whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Is there wind?
No, it's almost
It's
perfectly
living
still.
tree. It's just like in the stories of the, of am I hearing weird chanting?
Nope, no chanting. You still hear the sounds of the bog, but you hear this whooshing sound. And against the backdrop of darkness, you see a form approaching. At first, it looks um, like a haystack, basically, but it's got a tree branch in its would-be hand. So it's a big.
I yell to everybody to wake up.
Yeah, you might want to do that. As you're waking it up, this thing comes walking out. It's got a large bulbous nose that seems to be constantly running and dripping yellowish.
Back it up. Back up.
Its mouth is slack and open, and more of the same yellowish stuff that comes from its nose drips from its mouth as well.
I wish I had more creatures, like symbol creatures, like
Yep.
animals and stuff.
Yeah, probably have to find another downloadable pack for it.
That
What's this?
skull looks exactly like it.
Yeah, death. Just
Yeah. Yep. That creature looks like.
That's what, to you. That's what it looks like. It's it is swinging literally a tree. It's got you can still see the branches and stuff. It's beating the crap out of the branches by swinging it around on the ground or whatever. But it's holding a tree by its trunk.
Does it talk?
No, it's just making kind of a ghastly
Is it
kind of a sound.
is it coming towards us?
Yes, it's clearly walking right straight towards your fire. You
Not
you got everybody waking up.
everybody.
not. What's there? What?
One of your family members are here.
What? Auntie M?
Yeah.
Is that you?
It's still plodding forward. He's caught your attention so that by the time you guys are up and around, the thing's within about 120 feet and still just walking straight towards the fire. It seems almost mindless, and the glint of the flames in its eyes seem almost amplified to the point where it looks like its eyes are on fire.
Put out the fire.
Okay.
I would do it, but I can't create water.
I can't either.
Liar!
Liar! You did this morning. That was a ritual. It took him 10 minutes. Remember?
Yeah.
If he starts now, it'll be 8 minutes and 20 seconds
Yeah, but
after
you
the fight is
can
over.
cast it as not a ritual. I think.
If he has Create Water. You have Create Water as a spell.
You know.
You do now? Okay,
it
whoosh.
is a cleric spell, and we did say that he had to do it because it is.
Right. So,
It's instantaneous. He can do it as a
so
spell.
whoosh, there's a white flash. The creature takes 2 more steps, stops, and starts to sniff the air. It's just
Okay.
standing there, swaying in the breeze.
If anybody had like dancing lights, they could probably put a light behind him so he can walk back to the forest, whatever that thing is, the bog.
Yep, if we only had a spellcaster
Mm,
who had sorcery spells or something.
yeah, yeah. Oh well. Too bad we don't.
Jean must be tied up doing something else. I just given her grief.
No, sorry. I do, and I have dancing lights as one of my
Cantrip.
cantrips.
Okay.
So
I say don't do nothing.
okay.
It sways back and forth after a few seconds, sniffing the air. Uh, it takes another step forward, moving its head from side to side, almost like it's expecting something to surprise it.
Think it only sees fire, heat.
Aren't we heat?
Um, what did you do with the skin, Severus, when you skinned the rabbit?
He didn't. He swallowed it whole.
Oh, that's right. He swallowed it whole. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So after a few more minutes of looking around, it sniffs the air and then starts trudging slowly back towards the swamp. It towered almost 10 feet tall
I
and was half that wide. And like I said, it was swinging
Yeah.
a tree trunk, so it was a big thing.
Well-
What you will do is wait
Garden.
till it's gone for some time
Hmm.
and go out and look at the footprints because she has
Okay.
dark vision.
Yeah. So, yeah, you'll see that it is the 4-toed clawed feet marks that you saw earlier were made by this thing.
Look, I made our path.
Either path.
Nice.
I made our
Can we, like-
wandering.
Made the
Can we
wandering
move the
trail.
camp?
Nice.
Cool. Let's move the camp away from this area, please.
No, not in the middle of the night. We won't. Go
Alright,
back
I
to
see the
bed.
door. I
and-
see- you didn't- let me
Travis,
finish.
you just found your calling. You're gonna have to do this for every mission now, every episode.
Well, it gives me
it's-
something to do while I'm waiting for people
well,
to do their
and it
schmuck
also
stuff.
creates the substantive stuff that we need for the campaign. That's good.
Well, if we were doing this for yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
can
can
do
do
it.
that. That's cool. Kind of is a nice add-on. Other people will be appreciative of it. Awesome. All right, so it is 3:51. We probably won't make it through another day of encounters. You can do some
Okay.
investigating about the tracks. You'll see that the thing did indeed come from the swamp, and that it apparently lives somewhere within, and that once it hits the swamp, the tracks vanish. They just are no longer there. I'm trying to find the one that you used before. It's going to make up matchup.
I think since it's morning now, that we should like before the end of the game, we should move the camp away from this area.
So long as we don't light a fire, we should be okay.
What?
So my recommendations are somebody has this area,
How about we just leave this area and go somewhere else? We don't have to be here.
we're not going to stay here, but everybody needs their night's rest. I plan to get my night's
You
rest
did. You
when
did.
this is
You
done.
did, Gene.
Did.
We did.
Okay.
We did. That's what I'm
Okay.
specifying is that
I
we're
was
in the
just
morning.
kidding.
You don't have any more encounters
Yeah.
because you had a cold camp for the rest of the night. You didn't relight the fire. Therefore, you don't have to worry about the troll anymore.
Yeah.
But you know that whatever that was came out of the bog in pursuit of the fire.
Yeah, I'm just saying let's get away from the bog, go to the other side of the forest.
Right.
That
And-
we
and
are
we will-
planning to move every day.
Yep, we will move every day. So therefore, we are set for our current location. Alrighty.
So when we pick it up next week. We will continue on from this
Yes.
area.
So 300 experience points for the new players, and everybody else we're not to a benchmark yet. So thank you
Okay.
all for playing and participating. Thank you viewers for watching. Take it easy. We'll see you again next time. And we're on every day at 1 o'clock.